Like the prodigal daughter, I return. Just want to start out with a pro tip. Don't let anyone define you when they are hiding their own identity. Be very observant. It keeps your instincts flowing. You'll come across ones already speaking the language of growth. It radiates through your existence. Very true. This little piece I wrote about healthy connection. I don't need anyone to save me. I have internal power that burns through me. I don't get lonely. I cherish solitude. I'm only here to experience situations I don't need to rescue or heal myself from. That does not mean that I don't want connections. I will only step outside of myself and give up my solitude for healthy connections. If it's not healthy, I won't put forth any effort. For what? Why am I going to waste my precious time and energy? No. Anyway, I don't need anyone to save me. I have internal power that burns through me. I don't get lonely. I cherish solitude. I'm only here to experience situations I don't need to rescue or heal myself from. Love me in slow motion and sprout with me. Just trying to stay lifted up and forever hustle with my misfits. Hashtag healthy connection. Don't feel obligated to make sense to anyone. Just pray for ones who speak the language of growth. I'm going to talk a second about cycles of the body again. I didn't realize I didn't post in like 11 days. And there was just days where I felt the channel was over. I must accept my fate right now. No more fantasies about miracles. The things I talk about, how there's, possibility of a brighter future and more balanced systems and unity, community, all these things, they call fairy tales. Some people call fairy tales. And so all of that was circulating around in my head. And I told myself all of it. Yet, and I realized today life is repetitive if you haven't noticed. I think growth is being able to eventually swipe those programmed gaslighting thoughts, aka harsh critics, away. Talk to yourself. If you haven't, talk to yourself until your body catches up or you're able to slow down parts of the mind, creating mind power to do this all inside you. Maybe you can right now. Maybe you don't need external, you don't need verbal processing. Maybe you can process in your mind inside, and that's a beautiful thing. Whatever stage you're at is where you're supposed to be. I will say that. These days have kind of been rough. And I just want to say that during your growth shows during constant moments, or your growth shows during moments of constant distress today, in moments of anxiety, like you said. I had to give my son a bath this morning, and I decided to see how he would react to a bubble bath. Well, there a little too much bubbles got in the bath and ended up creating a pretty thick amount of bubbles, and he did not like it. He did not like the bubbles. So it took like maybe 15 minutes or so for me to get these bubbles out so we could start the bath over. 15-20 minutes. And in this 15-20 minutes, I am freaking out because I know the house is a mess. There's toys everywhere from him playing. Clothes, because he gets into stuff. He's pretty busy. So, but today's even seems even worse. It just seemed like toys and cars and blocks and play food was scattered everywhere in the living room. And so I'm like, stressing about that already. And then the bath, taking forever. And he has to get on the bus now because he's in preschool. So he gets on the bus about 11:30. And it's like 9:30 at this point. And I'm internally like freaking out. Like I'm starting to get stressed out about the situation and the time. And then I just had to stop myself when I realized what time it was. Boom, it was like a light bulb switched. It was like, it's 9:30. He gets on the bus at 11:30. That's 2 whole hours. That's plenty of time to finish getting the bubbles out and give him a bath because his hair had conditioner in it, so I had to finish the bath no matter what. So keep going. You'll get the rest done later. Well, I kind of get after his bath. We finally get his bath done and everything. About 10 o'clock, he's all dressed and ready to go. As I said, now how I wasted time freaking out. I would have added so much more time, but I was able to talk myself and walk myself through a task to get it done. I put a container on the other stuff because that's not a priority right now. Priority is getting him ready for school. The house can wait. Who's coming over anyway? And if somebody does come over, if they want to judge me by the brief moment I'm having without factoring in my limitations, and see that I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm not going to pay those type of people any mind. I'm not saying that anybody specifically is doing that. I'm just saying it's happened before. I'm just saying like now, like this type of stuff that used to get me riled up. It's like if people want to talk that talk, they can talk that talk. Because I'm on some other shit mentally. I'm trying to be mentally a monster, meaning nothing will penetrate my mentality. Nothing anybody can say or do will take any amount of strength from me. If strength is being taken from me, it's because I feel deeply. It's an internal process of shedding that I have to do. That's it. That's all, baby. And then I want to say, anyway, back to growth. Beautiful growth. Because there were moments where I would have wasted time freaking out instead of focusing on the task. But all this work that I've been doing, focus training, and just taking each day as it comes and believing in the faith, and it's just like I said, it's all coming together. once you start this process and you just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, eventually it's going to flip something on. I'm having a hard time in my life again. Just take a few notes. Back in September 2023, I had somebody, my doctor told me my leg was all good, looked healed, bones look great, everything's good to go. Well, I've been having some excruciating pain with every step. I mean, I've been having some issues with my leg. I'm not even kidding you. I still can't put weight on it. Like, just walking just hurts. But, like, actually, having to stand on my right leg, to do exercises with my left or something like that. Like, it's just something has never felt right. When I squeeze my muscle, like, you name it. It has just been, there's some days when I move my toes, it sends sharp pains up my leg. And my leg will just throb just like it did today. It started on me when I had so much I wanted to do today, the house and everything. I got some things done, kind of cleaned up a little bit, but I didn't get to do what I really wanted to do because my leg just started in. And I laid down and it just, nothing helped. It hurt. It seemed like laying down made it worse, but I couldn't walk, so I had to lay down, and oh my God, it was awful. And I was just ready to, I was moaning. It hurt. I just breathed through it, did the best that I could to just ignore it. And it was like, today was rough, but hey, at the end of the day, most of all the tasks got done, and I might be hurting, but it got done, and I'm still smiling, still got a glow on my face, still alive. I'm thankful that the days that I can walk without, without all these issues, I'm just thankful that I can do what I can do. I started, I'm going to try to start exercising again. I started having some flare-ups again in my body. But I can't let anything stop me. I'm just going to keep moving, keep flowing, keep believing in that faith. And the bad days are when the growth and the strength are born. And I'm telling you what will show up for you in those moments that you need them most. That logic or balance or, whispers of hope will come for you. Evil is not the only thing that searches for you. Spirit always comes for you. Believe it. I think that's all I've got for tonight. Oh, I do want to say that very interesting, when I mentioned the doctor told me my bones and everything back in September were all healed and good to go, and he didn't see any issues. Well, I got a second opinion. And the second opinion doctor is telling me that my shin bone is crooked. Has been crooked. And now, because my knee hasn't been supported properly, I've been knock-kneed, and basically all the issues that I've been having, all the pain, is because my shin bone is crooked. So they have to break my bone again, and I have to start the healing process over again in order to correct the bone. And arthritis has now developed in there. But once again, not going to let this. It can only delay me. It can't stop me. Okay? It's sad. Listen, I went through it. I might go through it again because this is really hard. But somehow that faith just keeps pulling me back up. It took me 11 days this time, and I was cool, but I was just processing, weighing my options, just cooling it. It wasn't like taking over my life where I couldn't eat for 11 days. I couldn't sleep for 11 days. I was just processing in my own world, still functioning through each day. Like, it's just a beautiful thing. And then it's like kind of makes me sad for just a moment, because I want to go back through all these moments where I couldn't do this and just hug myself and hold myself and tell myself that we are good, we are Gucci. We will figure it out, baby. That's why I said I'm successful, regardless of what society or anybody else wants to say. Nobody can say or do anything that will define me. What I say in the beginning, I'm going to leave you with this. Don't let anyone define you when they are hiding their own identity. Be very observant. It keeps your instincts flowing. You'll come across ones who are already speaking the language of growth. It'll radiate through your existence. So serious. But that's really all I've got for tonight. Try to come up with some more. But all I'm trying to be is proof that it can be done, and that what you can create and be and think and how you can move in spite of life coming at you with the hands. Grow through it.